אהלן, ברוכים השבים. אנחנו בפגישה ספונטנית כאן בכנס עם יעל רוזנצוויג. יעל היא הפאונדר וה-CEO של בלוקצ'יין ישראל. And now we will move to English. So Yael is the founder and CEO of Blockchain Israel. I think most of the community and the people are the ecosystem knows her. Hi Yael.
Hi Mo. Hi Ariel.
Hi, how are you?
Up? I'm good.
We are good also.
Great.
Okay, so Yael, if someone by mistake don't know you, so if you can introduce yourself.
So I'm Yael from Blockchain Israel, a community of 3,000 members here in Israel. Started almost 2 years ago from a spontaneous idea, starting by looking for developers in the blockchain industry here in Israel. So the first thing was to create a mini meetup that became something big, an event of 500 people. And then we kept on that trend, for 15 events all along the way. We created several big events around hackathons, big challenges, talking about how blockchain can connect, into the energy fields, agriculture, governance, IoT. And now the next step is to open a blockchain incubation here in Israel. Incubator, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
How big is the ecosystem of blockchain in Israel?
Well, in Israel we have around 300,000 developers, and we do have 200 something startups in the blockchain crypto field. So it became, step by step, something that is like getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah, all the time.
I think that, by the end of 2019, we're going to have even more people from this, developer community getting into the blockchain as it is,
Yeah, also startups, but not only, I think a misunderstanding sometimes is to look at the blockchain as a crypto base, and this is a lot of more...
Yeah, a lot of people are just confusing, the two fields. We are, ultimately focused on everything, that is technology that can connect with other sectors like AI, cloud. We're going to speak about that a bit later. And the crypto field is something that is a bit different. It's not our focus for now. The focus is to entertain more and more engineers, developers, founders to get into the blockchain world and to better understand how to organize, how to develop over there. And yeah, we have a lot of surprises.
So I don't know if it's a hard question, but why blockchain?
Well, I started my career 20 years ago after, before the bubble, the internet bubble. So I grew up, in the network field from a very young age. And I discovered actually, the blockchain 5 years ago, starting by mining and better understanding, all the sets of data. And then, I discovered that blockchain can ultimately, operate through protocols and get more secure environments and etc. Yeah. So
Okay.
that was. So
you were from the beginning of blockchain, because now it's very popular. But
I cannot actually say that it's the beginning of blockchain. It's like. Yeah,
in Israel. Let's say in Israel.
Early, yeah.
Okay, since we are in the Aws Summit, Tel Aviv, cloud conference, so I think it's like necessary to talk about the relationship between blockchain and cloud.
Yeah, we do have a lot to do all together. Blockchain is, by default, we can call it a network, with a specific architecture that is like secured, transparent, and, a lot is including, supply chains and protocols, and everything has to be, decentralized. What is happening right now with the clouds and the connection that we can see that, everything is getting differently organized around the data, like we mentioned earlier, the data sets, the management of the data itself. The connection of there is really the, we cannot develop blockchain services without having great clouds
Right.
and decentralization as we mean it. Also including, the new networks and the connection with the new infrastructure. I know for many months already that Amazon is investing a lot, in the new infrastructure and in the cloud, just, for the customer, to provide more services, which is something that...
Managed service mainly.
Yeah. So which means that, today the world is evolving really fast at speed light, and we will need within, the next few months, if not, immediately, more developers, better understanding, the infrastructures, the deeply evolution, how we can connect, Echo or Alexa to a new centralized system, and in between, neighbors, how to exchange, and how to speak properly. Yeah.
So if we look at the challenges that startups have now deciding yes to use blockchain. Not
well, it won't be a question anymore. Within the next few years, any startup that is in the cloud or AI or whatever you call it, a network, will have to use a decentralized system and distributed networks. So, blockchain is not a mean by itself. It's more, a future that open new skies, for developments. Yeah. We will need more security. We will need more transparency. Essentially, when it comes, for a B2B, C model, and how we're going to make our transition less with a third party and more, on a peer-to-peer mode. So yes, that's ultimately, the future of any startup that is dealing in this world.
Just want to survive.
Yeah.
Okay. So very interesting. I believe that if you say that the future is there, I need to learn a little more about it.
Everyone has to. It's never too late to get started. The organization is focused on education. All what we do is, for free for the community to help you grow up over there, to better understand how to use and manage, new networks, but also for your own personal, knowledge. Yeah. It's important, to better understand how the world will look like, in less than 10 years.
It's better.
Yeah.
Okay. So maybe we will do some meetup together. I don't know.
Yeah,
of course
I think
we
it's
will.
something to talk about it.
A lot.
Cloud blockchain.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thanks to you.
It was very
Good
nice
luck for
to
everything.
spontaneously.
And welcome always. And looking forward to having you as partners.
Okay.
Thanks.
Right. Thank you.
Ciao.
Bye-bye.